Dude, I don't want to have to talk about Sean Avery again. Can't I just talk about the game?
Yeah, but dude, the Leafs lost 5-2.
Alright, I'll give it a shot. Alright, first I'm going to talk about hockey, and then I'm going to talk about whatever the heck Sean Avery does. Leafs lose 5-2, but I don't even feel bad because the Sharks. The Sharks are so far and away the best team in the league that it's not even funny. And they proved that last night when they left the first period with a 4-0 lead. Ugh. Joe Thornton had a 4-point first period on what was ironically the 3-year anniversary of him joining the Sharks. Devin Setaguchi continues to be ridiculous, and I'm not sure how this guy was left off the initial star ballot. Oh, I know why, because it was released too early.
Steve, you said you wouldn't talk about that anymore.
Composure. Dan Boyle scored another goal on what has been a crazy year for the Sharks' blue line, and also Marc-Edouard Vlasic getting a goal too. Please, please, let this be worth something. Thoughts about the game? Look, if you blame Toskala for the loss last night, you'd be wrong. From the goal that deflected off the glass and came back in front of the net to Caberlet blowing a tire at the blue line, Toskala had a pretty hard night last night. And this is a very simple argument, but a legitimate one. It's the Sharks! Do you think the Lightning missed Boyle?
Do you think they missed their previous owners?
Seriously though, the only good part about this game, I guess, is they kind of held the Sharks at bay after the first period, but I mean, they probably weren't pressing as hard as they could because, I mean, you got a 4-0 lead after the first, but at least it was good to see Hagman and Kuhlman score some goals. And Ron Wilson's return to the Shark Tank, you could pretty much say it was ruined. That's Toskala's old stomping grounds too. I think the Sharks are a very good team with very good players, and wasn't easy. Still working on it. Story of the game, sort of. It's kind of sad if this is the story of the game, but in the last 30 seconds, Luke Schenn lays out a big hit on Thomas Pleahall, and a big scrum ensues, and Now, I don't think I get quite as mad about the scrum that ensued after as everyone else does, because, yeah, it goes against what I said last video about, these fights after clean hits need to stop. And it was a clean hit. It's just, you know, last 30 seconds, huge hit, game where you're losing. The team that got hit's going to take offense. That being said, he's one of my favorite Leafs, so don't touch him.
Alright, dude, you gotta talk about it.
Fine. Anyway, Sean Avery had some comments yesterday in Calgary, and, well, it got him in trouble, and now he's suspended indefinitely. Avery said some derogatory comments about Dion Phaneuf and his ex-girlfriend Alicia Cuthbert. Hey, Alicia, Popular Mechanics for Kids was a great show. But anyway, if any of you have seen the actual footage, and I encourage you to go watch it, even though it is kind of vulgar for anyone watching this under 8, I guess, just go watch it and see how much of a dork Avery really is. First of all, it's not even clever. Then he kind of just stumbled over what he meant to say and ended up seeming like more of a tool than he already is. And for all the yapping Sean Avery does on the ice where his gums are flapping like that, have you noticed that whenever he makes comments to the media, his mouth doesn't open? So, Sean, what'd you think about the game? Oh, well, you know... What? The part about this whole incident that makes me mad is not the comments he made, or not that Calgary couldn't exact revenge on him because he wasn't even allowed to play, but it was just that he called the cameras to be in front of him. That's kind of funny. I seem to remember a Sean Avery that rejected TSN cameras earlier this year when they flew all the way from Toronto to Dallas to cover him. But calling all the microphones and cameras to come talk to you and listen to whatever nonsense you have to say just makes him look like more of an idiot than he already is. It looks something like this. Hey, is that camera on? Is that camera on? Okay, come here. I'm on TV! Look, it's about time someone put this tool back in his shed, and he's just lucky Dion wasn't the guy to do it. How many games should he be suspended for? I don't care. I like to live in a nice little fantasy world where Sean Avery doesn't even exist. So if he never played a game again, I wouldn't sweat it. Hockey is my favorite sport, okay? And I agree with Sean that it should be marketed better. But he is not the guy to do it. So all I'm going to say is, okay, Sean, bye-bye. Okay, you can go now. I'm sure there's an opening at Vogue.